Hey guys, this is DJ Wolf, and this is DJ Wolf Live. Let's get this show out the pocket. Here we go. All right. It's Tuesday, March 17th, which is supposed to be the very celebrated St. Patty's Day, you know. And for summer, this is weird. It's a weird week and a weird year. Yesterday I found out a couple of things that was kind of shocking to me. I talked about what Larry Hogan said out here in Maryland, that you can't have any gatherings of more than 50 people. I think it was like 100 or 200, something like that. Now it's 50, which basically means we probably won't have church on Sunday. I'm not even sure about rehearsal. I gotta check into that. I gotta call one of the deacons this week. That's number one. Number two, everything's shut down. Schools, rec centers, even gyms. They shut everything down. Number three, I talked to a coworker yesterday. That he mentioned this. I think she was a clairvoyant named Sylvia Brown. It was reported. Actually, it came out by Kim Kardashian. Somebody. It was something to do with. It was something to do with a book that Sylvia Brown wrote called End of Days that predicted the virus. Now, I'm hoping it was not a hoax, but there were sources that claimed that book was true from 2008. The woman stated the location of where the virus came from. She stated that it was man-made. She stated the year and the type of virus it was. It's crazy. I was shocked when I read. Here's something that's even more shocking, and I saw this myself about 2 or 3 years ago. Bill Gates did a video predicting that there was going to be a virus that was going to be worse than any other virus that was out there. That was going to affect everybody. He said it. And not only one, but he said about 2 or 3 different videos he talked about it. Going all the way back to 2015. You know? And here's my thing on the whole situation with that. I really do believe this was man-made. It was timed, but it was man-made. But it was amazing the number of cases that came out here and the number of deaths that happened in a short amount of time stateside with this coronavirus. And it's just weird. The even weirder part about it, unless you get the additional effects that causes the coronavirus, you're not going to know if it's a fever or allergy, sinus, or the coronavirus itself. You're not going to know. You know, because they're very similar. The difference is you get with the coronavirus, you get fatigue, and you get headaches, and you get fever. You know, in addition to the coughing and the hard to breathe. I had this last year. I ain't gonna say coronavirus. They call it the superbug, where I had problems. I had to use an inhaler, but they told me it was a sinus. Is it a sinus or a viral infection? They thought it might have been a viral infection, but they said it was a sinus infection. And I sort of recovered within 4 days. I still was on the inhaler though, but I didn't have fever, and I did have fatigue though. That was a year ago. And I really do believe there was a lesser strain of coronavirus we were on last year, because last year There were dozens of people that were in the hospital. I mean, that was at the Kaiser last year that I went to. I mean, it was a lot, and all of us had on masks. You know, I ain't know those guys, but I know something had to be going on last year. It was called Superbug, and they talked about it for about a hot minute. It was a blurb on the news for about a minute, and it just went away. You didn't hear no more about it. I mean, you literally heard no more about it after that. It's weird. But I'm still thinking that this thing was man-made. I know some people said, no, it wasn't man-made. But I believe it was. It's airborne. It's an airborne type of virus. So it lingers. That's the reason why they want people to actually, number one, not be in contact with other people, and to stay in place, stay in shelter. Because by being an airborne type of virus, anybody can catch it. That's basically what they're saying. Because initially they said it was only certain people could catch it, but when you got these NBA ballers and underage kids that's catching it, anybody can catch it. That's why they shut down the schools, because they knew that this wasn't something that just older people can get, or people with immune deficiencies in the system could get. Anybody can get it. Even the healthiest people can get it. You know, that's already been proven. So it don't matter whether you have an immune deficiency in your system or not, or susceptible to illness or with a weak immunity system. It doesn't matter. You can get it if you're the healthiest, fittest, and fit. You know, just by being in contact with somebody who has it, regardless of your health. That's why they shut down the schools. You know, they found a couple of teachers out of Maryland and Virginia that had it. Matter of fact, they've had reporters, celebrities, sports athletes who have already contracted it. Already. This shit's getting serious, people. You know, the president, who I suspected of having it last week, because he sounded kind of different too, but he claims that he doesn't have it. So he was tested negative for it. Maybe he got something else, because he didn't sound too good last week when I heard. You know, so there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of major stuff going on, guys and gals. But I was at church on Sunday. Like I said, my pastor talked about it. He was talking about how people were were in panic mode. He said, no, you ain't got to be panicked. Just get what you need. You know, don't be selfish and take everything, so there won't be enough for everybody, any people who really need it. Now, I'm not going to lie. I briefly went shopping last weekend. Really, I didn't see a lot of people in the store. But when I was in the store at the local Giant supermarket out here, the young woman was wiping down the self-checkout. For every person that checked out, she would go right behind and wipe it down. I said, right there, watch her do it. I ain't mad about it. Like my coworker said, it was a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, you make sure that the counter stay clean while you wipe it, because you don't know who got it. It's coming out there, that you come in contact with. You know? Like I said, it may be a lesson behind this. And Tyler Perry, I meant to read that. When I'm going to try to see if I can look at that letter up again, and I'm going to try to read that verbatim, because he eloquently put it very, very well. He really did. He really did. And I like what he had to say about it. Because you really have to understand, this disease is so out of control, no one has the cure. We don't hold the key to it right now at all. All right? But it clearly shows you that God is in control. You know? We don't have control. Man don't have control of this right now. No one on the planet has control of this virus. You know, and whoever was behind this release of this virus, and I still say it's man-made. That's just my opinion. Had no intention of having control. Their intent was to release it out there, so we'll get out of control. There is no known cure for it right now. That's the scary part. There is no known cure. Although it said people have recovered from it. There have been reports of that. There's been several reports of that. What I don't understand is they're not telling you how they recovered. You know? I haven't yet to hear one major story about how they recovered from this coronavirus. Not one. Not a one. I like to know. Because God forbid, if I get it or my loved ones get it, I want to know how to help them recover. Or anybody recover, for that matter. You know? Maybe there's a hidden cure behind it. I damn sure like to know. I really would. Because it could help somebody. You know? It could help those people who might have that, have a reason not to have it because nobody has a reason to have it. It could help that person who needs to be on their feet, help their family by helping them recover quicker. You know? That's why I'm like, why would, if there are reports of people recovering from it, how come there aren't reports on how to recover from it? You know, that I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I think they will be all over the place talking about it, but for some reason the news media is not doing it. You know, I'm not saying that most news is fake, but I am suspicious about why the news media have not covered that particular story about how people recovered from it. You know, the CDC is not even talking about it. The president's not talking about it. Social media is not even talking about it. But I want to know specifically how are people recovering from it. That's the thing that kind of like trips me out. Like, wow, if people recover from it so well, how come nobody's saying anything about how to recover from it? You know the old saying, inquiring minds want to know. I damn sure want to know. I want to know for real. You know, it's not going to do anything but benefit you. You know, that's a benefit. That's a plus. You know, it's a major plus for people to know. But my thing is, we're going to hope and pray. We're going to get through this. There's no doubt. I mean, now the latest I heard about vaccination, they said there's tests on it right now. There are people. They got volunteers that I heard they're asking for volunteers to test to be guinea pigs for human guinea pigs to test for the virus. The virus vaccine. The vaccine, not the actual virus, but the vaccine. I guess it would test on people who already has contracted it. But they said even if they could prove the tests are successful, it would take a year to develop a vaccination for it. Now, there's no actual vaccination to cure the common cold flu bug, but there's a vaccination they said that they can have within a year to get rid of this. A year. You mean we'll be doing us best that we're doing for a year while people are suffering, you know, and some of these kids ain't going to school. They ain't gonna be going to school online. They'll be doing all kind of shit. Man, this ain't good. This ain't good for the United States. This ain't good for the world. Period. You know, not good at all. Not happy about it. Not thrilled about it. I damn sure gonna start praying on it, man, for real, because this is devastating. I called my mother yesterday and checked on her. She sounded okay. You know. went out for a little bit and came on home. So she ain't gonna go out too much. She don't go out too much anyway. That's not the story. Man, these airborne illnesses are not a joke. There was even rumors somebody was saying that they thought that 5G might have had something to do with this virus. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know it to be for a fact or not. There's nothing to me that I can know of that would substantiate that. But by it being something that actually goes up in the air, like radio waves, I wouldn't be surprised. But I can't say that to be a fact. You know? I really can't. But I could look into it. But meanwhile, we gotta stay vigilant. You gotta keep calm and stay clean. Keep calm and, keep up with your hygiene. Wash your hands. Sneeze into a tissue or sneeze into your elbow. Don't be, shaking hands with people at this point, man, because honestly, this thing is a trip. And stay at distance, because Al Roker talked about this on Today Show about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. I'm going to get a little bit about him in a minute. Where he said the common virus can shoot up to 6 to 10 feet. So if you're in close proximity with somebody who has it, there's a good chance you can get it too. That's how it's been spread. Because people didn't know they had it. And then after you get around people all over the place, it festered. I was watching a CNN interview with somebody, and the reporter actually had this extension on his mic. He extended the mic over to that person. They used to do a lot of that back in the day anyway. But long time ago, they used to do that. On some interviews I've seen, going all the way back to the late 50s, early 60s, they used to do that. But this guy had a mic yesterday, and it had a stick. He was holding the stick with the mic attached to it, and the mic went over to the person he was interviewing. True story, no joke. Even they're getting serious about stuff like that. Now, talk about the Today Show. I was watching the Today Show yesterday morning, and Hoda Kotb and Savannah Guthrie, who I kind of have a little crush on, were both talking about Al Roker and former NBC4 news anchor, Today Show anchor, what's that guy name? I forgot the guy's name. Brothers on there. I'll think his name. I can't think his name. I just forgot. Craig Melvin. But anyway, both of them were out yesterday. They were saying because I guess somebody who they did wanted to, because I think they're on during the 8 o'clock or no, they're on during the third hour. Al Roker still does third hour as a Today Show, and they were on, and they usually on it together. And I forgot who the other co-host was, but they said that the other co-host was suspected of having the coronavirus, and so they both decided to stay out yesterday morning because of that. Once they found out, then I heard yesterday on the news that actor guy ran into, matter of fact, years ago, Idris Elba, and his they say he had contracted the coronavirus over in England. His wife, there was 2 reports. One report said that she had it. The other report said she didn't have it, but she was standing next to him when he made the report. So I'm assuming she got it too. So guys, it don't discriminate at all. This is an equal opportunity viral infection. And I'm not saying to be funny. I'm being very serious. Anybody, what you say, slang in the street. Anybody can get it. Anybody can get this. Real talk. It's not a joke. You gotta take care of your health. Your health is everything. It is everything. It's paramount. They close gyms. Okay. My wife and I was just talking about it. I told her last week, I said, don't we go in the gym? She want to go anywhere. So far as I know, we're good. We're good to go. I mean, I haven't got symptoms in neither she. But that's why I didn't go to the gym last. I was going to. I actually was going to go last week myself. I needed it. I ain't been to the gym in weeks. I just happened to buy a bike. Now, you know those exercise, those home gyms are going to be selling through the roof now because people are going to try to find other methods of staying healthy and exercising. And we just happened to, over a week ago, just happened to buy a slim cycle that was on sale. It's like the newest craze. And it's a foldaway exercise bike that lets you do like arm lifts and all of that while you ride your bike. So I put it in front of our big screen TV, and she's going to exercise with me. So I got a major announcement coming up between now and tomorrow regarding my program on YouTube, as well as Spreaker. The YouTube portion is should be. I'm planning on for tomorrow night, but it may not be the Thursday. We'll see. It's regarding my channel, possible channel upgrade. Yeah. Where I'll be doing more content. Not only more content, I'll be doing a lot more content with the setup that I got, brand new setup. But more on that later. But yeah, more and more people will be doing these exercise, personal exercise home gyms. I got a little bit of a home gym myself, so I keep weights home and stuff anyways, you know, and care about all that. So, which I think I'm gonna start doing probably today and tomorrow. Since I won't be able to go to the gym, I have more time to do the gym at home. Actually, I'm telling my I may start doing more of it at home anyway. Because I don't usually have time to go during the week because I'm doing everything else. You know, including my music, which I'm hoping to get back to doing this week as well. Alright guys, that's all I got. This is EJ Wolf. I got more shit on the back burner. Y'all be good. Y'all take care. God bless. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Love your family, man. I'm out.